Traveling is an exciting adventure, but it's not without its pitfalls. As you step out to explore new horizons, you might encounter some less than ideal situations. One such pitfall: travel scams. They're more common than you think and can turn your dream vacation into a nightmare. From closed attractions to fake tickets, from deceptively friendly locals to dubious Wi-Fi networks, these scams come in many shapes and sizes. But don't worry, we're here to help you navigate through these deceptions. Stay tuned as we uncover 15 unexpected travel scams you should be aware of. So let's dive in and arm ourselves with knowledge to outsmart these travel tricksters and make the most of our journeys. After all, forewarned is forearmed, right? Ever been told that the attraction you've been dying to visit is closed for the day? Imagine this scenario. You've traveled miles to see a site that's on your bucket list, only to be told it's temporarily shut down. But wait, there's an alternative. Often more expensive, sometimes less authentic. This is a common scam where travelers are misled and directed towards pricier alternatives that earn the scammer a commission. A word of advice? Always confirm any such news from multiple sources to avoid falling for this scam. Does your hotel look nothing like the pictures you saw online? You might have fallen prey to the bait-and-switch hotel scam. This sly trick involves showcasing high-quality photos of a hotel, only for you to arrive and find the reality far from the promise. The luxurious pool is more of a puddle, the spacious suite, a cramped closet. Don't let glossy photos blind you. Always check reviews and ratings on trusted platforms before making your booking. Have you ever been invited by a local for a meal or a drink only to be left with a huge bill? This is the friendly invitation scam. A seemingly kind local might invite you to a meal or a drink. It feels like genuine hospitality, right? But when the bill comes, it's a shocker. You're left to cover an exorbitant tab for what seemed like an innocent invitation. This is a classic trick to exploit the good nature of travelers. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Ever been asked for directions and found your wallet missing later? This is a classic example of distraction theft. Scammers often work in pairs or groups where one person engages you in conversation, perhaps asking for help, while another slips away with your valuables. It's a slick operation, often leaving travelers none the wiser until much later. The key to avoiding this scam is simple. Stay alert and keep your valuables secure at all times. Did a taxi driver ever tell you that your hotel is closed and offered to take you to a different one? Now that's a classic closed hotel scam. Imagine, after a long journey, you're told your hotel is shut down, only to be chauffeured to a lesser, often grubby alternative. Quite the dampener, isn't it? The plot here is simple. Scammers get a kickback from the substitute hotel. So what's the way out? Simple. Always confirm your reservations before accepting any changes. Ever connected to a public Wi-Fi and later found out that your personal information was stolen? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Fraudsters often set up fake Wi-Fi networks with names eerily similar to legitimate ones. The moment you connect, they can siphon off your personal information, leaving you vulnerable to identity theft or worse. To prevent such a calamity, always use trusted networks. Better yet, use a VPN when connecting to public Wi-Fi. It's a small step for security that goes a long way. Use trusted networks or VPN when connecting to public Wi-Fi. Ever bought a ticket from a street vendor and found it to be fake? Imagine the disappointment. This is how the fake ticket scam works. Street vendors or even online sellers peddle counterfeit tickets for popular events or attractions. It's a real bummer when you're all set for that concert or theme park, only to be turned away at the entrance. To avoid this pitfall, always purchase tickets from official sources or authorized vendors. It's the safest way to ensure your ticket is as real as your excitement. Ever been stopped by a police officer asking for your passport or an on-the-spot fine? This scam sees imposters posing as law enforcement, exploiting unsuspecting travelers. They may claim there's a security issue or allege you've broken a local law you had no idea existed. A request for immediate payment of a fine often follows. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, remember this. Always ask for identification and offer to go to the nearest police station. Ever bought a locally made souvenir and found out later that it was mass-produced? Yes, the world of travel is riddled with the fake handicraft scam. These items, often touted as authentic or locally made, can turn out to be mere replicas, mass-produced in a factory far from the local culture they claim to represent. These souvenirs, while charming, are often artificially aged to appear more valuable. So, when you stumble upon a deal that seems too good to be true, it probably is. Be skeptical of too good to be true deals. Picture this. You're out exploring a famous landmark when someone dressed as a popular character or mascot offers a photo op. But this is no ordinary photo. This is the celebrity photobomb scam. These individuals, often dressed as popular characters, offer to take a picture with you. But once the snap is taken, they demand a hefty fee for their performance. And if you refuse, they might cause a scene, drawing unnecessary attention and making you feel pressured to pay. So, next time you're out exploring, remember to be wary of these celebrity photobombs. It's always better to politely decline or ask up front about any costs associated. Ever taken an official taxi and been charged an exorbitant price? Picture this. You've just landed in a new city and you're eager to get to your hotel. You spot a taxi stand with a sign claiming official taxis. You hop in, only to find the meter running faster than a Greyhound. By the time you reach your destination, you're slapped with a sky-high charge. This, my friends, is the overpriced official taxi scam. Always remember, always use reputable taxi services or public transportation. Ever accepted a free trinket and then been aggressively asked for money? This is the free souvenir scam, a classic trick where a friendly local offers you a gift, maybe a bracelet or a small trinket, insisting it's free. But once it's in your hands, they switch gears, demanding payment for their generosity. You're left in an awkward position, trying to negotiate or find a way out. It's a clever ruse that plays on your good nature. Remember, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Ever been given incorrect change and didn't notice until much later? Let's talk about a common travel scam, currency confusion. This occurs when vendors play on your unfamiliarity with foreign cash. They may accidentally hand you incorrect change, banking on the chance that you won't notice. Especially in bustling markets or busy street food stalls, it's easy to get distracted and miss the trick. So here's a golden rule to avoid this pitfall. Always count your change before leaving the counter. Ever returned a rental and been accused of causing damage that was already there? Welcome to the world of the fake damage claim. This scam is as simple as it is cunning. Rental companies, perhaps a car or a scooter, falsely accuse you of causing damage to their property. The goal? To charge you extortionate repair fees for pre-existing damage. Your best defense? Documentation. Photograph or video the condition of your rental before you use it. Ever been helped by a friendly local who then demanded payment for their services? This is known as the helpful local scam. Here, well-meaning travelers are preyed upon by locals who offer unsolicited help, like carrying luggage or providing directions. Once the deed is done, these locals suddenly demand an exorbitant fee for their service. It's a cunning way to exploit the gratitude of unsuspecting tourists. So next time you travel, always be wary of overly helpful strangers. Now that we've taken a deep dive into the murky waters of travel scams, you may be wondering, how can I stay safe? The first and most crucial step is to always do your research before you travel. Knowledge is power, and the more you know about your destination, the less likely you are to fall victim to scams. Secondly, always be wary of overly friendly strangers and deals that seem too good to be true. Remember the helpful local scam? If someone seems overly eager to help you, it might be a good idea to double-check their intentions. Thirdly, keep your belongings secure and always count your change. Distraction, theft, and currency confusion can easily be avoided with a little vigilance. Lastly, use trusted networks and services, and always confirm information from multiple sources. This can help you avoid scams like the fake Wi-Fi networks and the closed hotel scam. Remember, the best defense against scams is awareness and preparedness. So keep these tips in mind, stay alert, and enjoy your travels. Have you ever encountered a travel scam? Let us know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more travel adventures.